All right. What's up, everyone? Here is the breakdown of this week's trades, going over the bullseye strategy, the bullseye approach. As you can see, we'll start on Monday. Here's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. And there's a few things that I will point out. So get your notepads, get your pens, take notes on this deal, save this video, and let's jump right into it. I'm looking at the 1 minute time frame, Nasdaq 100. What I want to do is split my screen into two, and on one side you'll see the daily, and on the other you'll see the 1 minute. All right, so let's go back to Monday. Here's Monday, and we always want to start off with two things. All right, if we're on Monday, I need to mark up Friday's high and low. So I'm on this side of the screen. I'll do Friday's high and low. Okay, so here's Friday here, the 19th, and here's Monday. All right, then we'll go to the 12-hour, and we'll mark up Monday's 12-hour range, which you can see is here, which is, it starts on Sunday. All right, so here's our 12-hour range there. Now, how would we potentially grab, or how would we enter these trades? As we can see, price has opened bullish, going up. Okay, and I'll just jump over here to 15 minutes so we can see 15 minute. All right. Getting it set up. All right, how would we trade this, y'all? All right. Well, first things first, go to the 15 minute. We have a red cloud. That's the first thing you're gonna do. What is the cloud on 15 minutes? Gotta know that. And at 8 o'clock, what is the most recent arrow on 15 minute? Well, I see a green arrow down here. Well, I want to mark that up. Right there. Okay, and I'll label it. Y'all like my jams? Dude, my jams are killer. All right. So there's a green arrow, red cloud. So we know it's a B set up for a buy. Set up for a buy. All right, so we'll come over here to 8:30. What would I be looking at before I even put the cloud on? Like, just looking at price. Man, I'm looking for that thing to come down and shoot up. Why? Because it's bullish this whole time. At some point, it needs to come down and retrace, right? All right, so we're waiting for 8:30. We're looking for clouds. Got a green cloud. Perfect. So we got green arrow, red cloud on 15. Green cloud. Now I'm looking for a green arrow. What's that right there? Bam. All right, so 8:30 opens. Bearish comes and touches the cloud. If you're an aggressive trader, you probably take that bounce right there, but that's not rules, y'all. Play by the rules. All right, here's a green arrow. So there's a B setup, buy. Okay, and we have 50-point stop, a 50-point target from 8:38, and then it hits that target at 8:50. So just under 30 minutes, you made your 1%. That's it. You're done for the day, really. All right, now see how it comes straight back down to the cloud, and there's, it's Monday. We broke previous day high. That's this blue line, previous day high. And what do we keep in mind? We go above to go below, right? We break the high to go low. So that was a potential to go low, and we still have potential to go lower. But let's keep watching. Okay, we like taking entries closer to the cloud. All right, so this is a potential entry here. You can definitely mark that one up right there. 50-point stop, something like that. This one right here, the one that happens, here's the bounce up. That's 1, 2, 3 candles. It makes me nervous because we're right at previous day high. Right, we're right at previous day high. So yeah, that one makes me nervous. 50-point stop gets stopped out. So if you were to take that, you'd be in kind of risky. Let us come closer to the cloud, right? All right, so here's 50 points here. Here's 50 points. That's 3%. So 1, 2, 3. And we're still watching. Now, we are above, pay attention, we're above this red cloud on 15. Okay, and we see a top here and we see it fail to make a higher high. So go above to potentially go below. Go break a high to go lower, right? So why would I enter this sell here? Well, we got to call on our pancake. Pancakes right there, baby. Got pancake for a 50-point stop. And then we target our 12-hour range or our thirds, right? Our previous day thirds. Anyway, that gets hit, and then we consolidate, and then here is 11 o'clock, and then there's a bomber that goes up, the rocket. So it's very interesting how price was acting, right? Because we came down here and we bounced off of the 38. So one last try, we get a cloud flip to red. So this is such a counter trend trade. And all we have is a green arrow and a bomber. We have a red cloud and a red arrow and a 15 and a red cloud on 1 minute. So this is just, you know, high risk, super high risk, taking goodbye after all that redness. Now I know I'm showing you like different way. I'm showing you exactly how I look at this market, right? You see that red bomb, or you see the blue. We call them blue bombers. The red rocket, or the blue rocket. Sorry, blue rocket. And then what we target this high right here because we could potentially bounce all the way back up, and price does exactly that. See, you got that 1 minute cloud flip, and then it flips right back. So that would be the last trade of the day for me, and we hit our target. I mean, that's a pretty amazing Monday right there. So 1, 2, 3. That's a 2% right there. So that's 5%, and then that's a 3%. That's 8% in one day. That's insanity. All right, so that's Monday, and Monday just really ripped up that afternoon. Let's go to Tuesday. I know I'm going pretty quick, but the more you see it, the more it makes sense. So what I want to do is I want to come here to fast forward my daily level. Now here's the high, and there's the low, Monday low. All right, and just pay attention how price reacted to that 12-hour range. We're gonna see that quite a bit this week, where if I zoom out and you just look at how price reacted to the 12-hour range, it broke above the 12-hour range, came and retested, continuation. I want y'all to always keep that in mind, right? We broke out, retested, watch out for that lightning bolt, boom, there it is, continuation. Okay, so just always keep that in mind. All right, so now here's Monday high. Let's go to Tuesday, and here's Tuesday. You get a 12-hour range. Let me go ahead and show you what that 12-hour range looked like real quick. Yeah, it's a real skinny kind of candle right there. So we just want to keep it in mind, like, when it's skinny like that, be prepared for consolidation. Meaning, whipsaw. So Tuesday, that's kind of what we saw. And let's take it to 15-minute time frame now. All right, going to Tuesday. There's Tuesday right there. And let's see, what did we have on the cloud? Cloud is still red on Tuesday, just like Monday. Okay, and then at 8 o'clock, let's see, let's come here. Let's see. At 8 o'clock, you get a red arrow down. So that's interesting. That's real interesting. You get a red arrow down. So red arrow down, red cloud. Let's look at 1 minute. All right, you got a green cloud. All right, so we know that it's going to be a very high risk buy situation if you have a red cloud on 15 and a red arrow on 15, and you go to 1 minute, and at 8 o'clock you have a green cloud. So all the buys are going to be very high risk. Okay, so now we wait for 8:30. We wait for 8:30, and right at 8:35 we get a green arrow. Now again, you see this kind of volume happen at 8:31 going down, right? Breaking beneath the 12-hour range. So my, price action is telling us maybe there's potential to go down. So let's just keep that in mind. Now, if we want to go low, what do we need to do? We need to take out this high first. So this buy, I'm going to target the high of the previous day in the likes of it coming up and going down. All right, so catch this wave with me. All right, so we get a 50, let's see 20, let's go 50 point stop right there, something like that. All right, so we're targeting a 1% increase right there. So risking one to get one. Okay, so you can see we failed to do it right there. Don't get nervous. You cannot get nervous. And if we look at this guy, we see that there is a rocket that goes up too. So we could be ranging right here, and then you see right here at 9:20. We waited a long time for this one, from 8:35 to 9:20, almost an hour. All right, so that's 1%. 1% right there, 60 points. That's it. You could be done for the day. Call it a day. But we took out the high. Remember we said take out the high to go low? All right, so what ended up happening was we get a green arrow up on 15. So now I got to mark this up. And price is always going to go up and down and up and down, right? So I want to say 15-minute up. But I'm still keeping in mind, take out the high to go low. So I'll risk this pancake. 50-point stop on the pancake. Okay, targeting 50 points. It gets touched. All right. And then we still have a green arrow. So then I'm looking for a green. Well, we still have a green arrow on 15 with a red cloud on 15. We have a green cloud on 1. And then we take that next green arrow up. That's a B set up buy. And we're targeting previous day high one more time, which would be something like this. Take me to the mountain, and it gets crushed. Now, once we go above the mountain, right, we can then start looking at bank zones. So here's 19,900. Boom, that's 100 points. That's it. All right, so we're back above previous day high. What am I looking for? A reason to sell. All right, so it's going to be a arrow. Here's our arrow, followed by a pancake. There's our pancake, 50-point stop. And we target this fib level, previous day level, based on the previous day high and low. And we're just going to let it run. It's the last trade of the day for me. It is 10:52 as I stop at 11. And you can see that price comes here and touches it to the decimal. I hope y'all can see this. Yeah, it comes right here and at 12:12. So roughly a 2-hour hold till you hit that. That's a 2% increase. All right, so Tuesday, you got a 1, 2. Here is 2, that's 4. Here's 2, that's 6%. So yesterday's 8 plus today's 6. Come on, y'all. That's insanity. That's just pure insanity. All right, and then we're just watching the market after that. So let's go to Wednesday. Let's go to our daily level here. Come on. Enjoy the jams with me as I go to Wednesday. Now I'm going to mark up Wednesday with the daily high and low. That's our blue line with our thirds, the little gray line. And we bust up the whole daily candle into thirds, okay? So let's forward. Looks like we have to go down. Price opened with a big gap. So that means there's a lot of sales going on right there. All right, so here's our 12-hour range box, a rectangle. And you can see price has just fallen, and it comes into the range and falls, into the range and falls, into the range and falls, and just keeps on falling. All right, so how do we trade a market that's crashing? We wait for a pullback. Okay, what does that mean? That it's falling, and we're waiting for it to come back and then continuation, right? Retest and continuation. Okay, so here is, let's go to 15-minute time frame. All right, let's go to Wednesday, which is right here. And you can see that we have a red cloud still, and Tuesday we had a red arrow printed at 11:30, which still, that's the only thing that's been printed. No green arrows. So sales are the A plus on Wednesday. All you had to do is click sell. All right. So let's open up the arrows on Wednesday. Red cloud, come on. There's a red arrow here. So we get to 8:30 or close to 8:30. There is a red arrow at 8:24. Now price could have easily, just got to pay attention to this. Price could have easily come up into this 12-hour range, which I'm anticipating that, okay? And then continuation down. But it fails to do that. And if I were to look at my pancake rocket, if I looked at the bullseye line, there was a rocket here that we broke that line. And then here is a pancake. So you could take the arrow, which is A plus, and a pancake. You dig? So if we were to do that, let's just go ahead and mark it up. Here's a pancake. Let's do 50-point stop. Something like that. All right. Now, price just melts all day long. Okay. And all you had to do was click sell on either one of those. Okay. And you could have taken one of the two of those, the arrow or the pancake, and you can see it just melts and melts and melts. And how do we treat these little pullbacks? Well, we want to wait for it to come to the cloud and then take potential sell out of the cloud. So you can see it comes out here, but this is after 11, so I'm not taking this. At least I'm not supposed to. All right. And then it comes and touches the cloud again, melts. So if you were to take these two and just kind of hold on to it, right, and just see how price reacts to these certain levels, I like, going to the bank zones, right? So if I were to look at the bank zone, there's 19,000 right there, and price comes really close to it. So we'll look at 1950. That's another bank zone. They're increments of 50. That's what the idea is. So we'll just kind of go somewhere like that. That's 364 points. Here is 411 points. 411 points. That's 8% and a 7%. Oh boy. Just following the cloud, holding it, watching the cloud, watching the arrows melt like butter. All right, that's Wednesday. Let's go to Thursday. I hope y'all are getting the hang of this deal. I mean, it doesn't get much more simpler than this. Okay, what are we about to do? Wow, look at that daily candle. It's just big old red candle. All right, going to the bottom of that daily candle right there. And then we'll grab the top. There we go. There it is. All right. Now you can look at the 12-hour time frame, and you can see that our 12-hour range is way up there. Yeah, so Wednesdays was way up here and we just crashed out of it. Now Thursdays is a whole different story. Look at this. You got 12-hour range right there. Let's take it to the 15-minute time frame. Enjoy the music while we travel to Thursday. Here's Thursday. All right, here's Thursday. We want to look and see what does the cloud look like on Thursday. Well, guess what? It's red. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, red cloud on 15. I'm looking for sales, y'all. All right. So at 7:30 we get a green candle up. So let me mark that up on 15-minute time frame. And there's 7:30, which it's hanging out in the 12-hour range. All right. So let's forward our 1 minute now. 1 minute time frame. Okay, now here is the idea. Knowing that we're this far, now when I say far, we're kind of below the we're below the 15-minute time frame. At some point, we have to retrace back to the cloud on 15-minute. All right, and that could happen any moment. So we're looking, here's 7:30, or the 15-minute candle, 15-minute green arrow, right? And then at 8:02, we get a cloud flip up. All right, and we're waiting for 8:30. So what are we thinking? We're thinking that we could potentially break up to go down, but check it out, we're at the previous day low. Look at this blue line. So we're taking out yesterday's low, let's say it's yesterday, to do what? To go high. Now when that happens, I don't know. If that happens, don't know. All right, and I have this previous 12-hour range marked up just in case we want to melt. All right, so here's our clouds. They're real thin clouds. So here's a red arrow and a pancake. We have a red cloud on 15, so that's why we take the pancake at 8:32. And it breaks beneath the 12-hour range, comes back into it, breaks it again, and we melt, and the cloud flips back to red. So sometimes you just gotta watch how price reacts to that 12-hour range, and it comes and touches the previous 12-hour range to the T. That's a 5% increase in the account. You're done. But we got a lot more trading to go on Thursday. So we bounce off of this level. We get a green arrow. We get a rocket ship. We take the buy, waiting for a 15-minute green candle, which it happens here at 11:05. So we're just going to wait and see how price reacts to this 12-hour range. And we could potentially be targeting the top of the 12-hour range. So that'd be another 1 to 5. And price gets hit at 10:17. Right. So it's a great Thursday as well. So price falls for 250, and then price just totally rallies and hits almost a 400-point rally. It's 350, so that's 7 points if you held it. And then now, if you pay attention, we touch the 15-minute cloud here. So if you were trading in the afternoon, you definitely want to take that bounce, especially after it gave you a wick like this on the cloud. And here's our arrow down, followed by the buttery pancakes, and watch this thing melt like butter all the way back down. I mean, Thursday was just insanity. Okay, so there's a 7% increase. Here's a 7% increase, that's 14. Here's a 5% increase, that's 19%. Just watching how price reacts to these clouds on multiple time frames and risking proper. All right, let's go to Friday. yesterday. All right, so here is the daily time frame. All right, and I'm gonna grab the bottom of the daily level right there and adjust it to Thursday's low, and then I'll grab it here and take it to Thursday's high. All right, now let's come over here and see what price wants to do. Fridays, y'all, trap days. Let's go to the 12-hour time frame. Let's just kind of take a peek at what it's doing. All right, so we started off the first half of Friday as a bullish candle, which means we could potentially keep going bullish. Okay, so here's our 12-hour range. Let's go to 15-minute time frame. And first things we want to do is cloud, red cloud. So red cloud all week long, which is very interesting. Okay, very interesting. Okay, we get a red arrow. Let's see that. We get a red arrow that prints at 8 o'clock. So we want to mark that red candle up and pull out the red range. Bam, there it is. All right, we go to 1 minute, and here is where I was talking with someone. I was talking with Roy, showing him the chart, and I said, man, let me take all this off so you can kind of make sense. When we get stuck in a range, man, it's really, really difficult to trade, right? We all know that. We've been stuck in a range before. And so what I want to do is, look at it. I want to look at where, if price melts, because see how we're bouncing off the cloud again? If price continues to go down, I want to know where it has potential to stop, right? So I'm going to mark up this green arrow here that happened overnight, and I want to pull it out. Watch how price reacts to that green arrow range. 15-minute arrow range. There it is. So we get caught in this consolidation kind of thing, bouncing back and forth from the 15-minute ranges like this and this and this and blah 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 blah, right? We don't know what's going on. So be patient. Just be patient. When that happens, man, you gotta really be patient and really be cautious about when to enter. I really wanted to look for a breakout of our 3 lines. So we have the 3 daily lines, right? The 3 daily lines, the 3 gray lines right there in the middle. I want to see if it can break out of that. And we see that happening here on the 1 minute, but if you look at 15-minute, not really happening right there. So really got to be patient and not get sucked in or enticed. Like here at 9:30, you see a drop and it's like, yo, I guess we're going down. Yeah, but it gets caught up right here. So at some point it has to break these levels. That's the idea. All right, so what are we waiting for? Let's turn on our clouds. Okay, we have a red cloud on 1 minute, red cloud on 15-minute, a red arrow on 15-minute, right? So we should be looking for red arrows on 1. But you can see here that the red arrows are printing way beneath the cloud. So it's like, yeah, we're stuck, and you have to be able to identify when that's happening in the moment, and that's pretty tricky sometimes. All right, so what do? Call upon the pancakes and the rockets. Okay, at this point, I really want to see a breakout, so just kind of paying attention to this. If you're taking pancakes, if you're taking rockets, just, yeah, there's really no way to know when that's gonna happen. All right, so we see a green arrow here. We see that price cannot break these levels. So it's 10 o'clock, and price seems as though it's getting support right here. So we're gonna take a chance. At some point, you gotta take a chance. So we take a chance right here on this rocket, 10 o'clock. We're gonna see if it wants to break out. and we get a red arrow. So that would typically kind of alarm me, but that rocket is the only thing that I got saying just hang tight. And I got a 50-point stop, and we get close to getting knocked out. We get close, but sometimes it be like that and sometimes it's not. So that's Friday. Friday goes for 150 points, and I think it may have even gone higher, just a little bit higher. And then right at 12:30, man, you just saw that thing crash and then go sideways. Kind of ain't got there. So there was definitely potential for a retracement up and then falling out of the 15-minute cloud. And that's how we traded this week, guys. So arrows, clouds, daily levels, right? 12-hour ranges. Seems to be working out. 12-hour ranges seem to be working out. Okay, that's gonna do it for this video. Listen, if y'all got any questions, feel free to drop it in this group. This new Telegram group is where I'm going to be doing the majority of our communications. So till next time, good people, we will see y'all in the next video. Peace.